Hello, and welcome to Pass Your Class Dante's DSST Test Prep. I'm here today to take you through some real introduction to Law Enforcement DSST exam practice questions. For more than a decade, Pass Your Class has been helping students successfully earn college credit through Dante's examinations, and we're proud to maintain our exceptional 98% success rate among students who trust our comprehensive study materials. In our session today, we'll work through challenging law enforcement questions covering crime statistics measurement, federal agency organization, and specialized law enforcement responsibilities. These essential topics provide insight into how law enforcement agencies operate and measure their effectiveness. Let's begin our law enforcement exploration. What is the clearance rate? A. Amount of reported crime. B. Number of arrests cleared by conviction. C. Number of reported crimes cleared by arrest. D. Number of crimes uncovered through self-reporting. The correct answer is C. Number of reported crimes cleared by arrest. The clearance rate is a crucial law enforcement statistic that measures the percentage of reported crimes that result in an arrest, regardless of whether that arrest ultimately leads to prosecution or conviction. This metric is fundamental to the Uniform Crime Reporting Program, which collects and compiles national crime statistics from law enforcement agencies across the United States. A crime is considered cleared when police have arrested at least one person for the offense, even if multiple suspects were involved. Clearance rates vary significantly by crime type. Violent crimes like murder typically have higher clearance rates, around 60 to 70%, because they receive more investigative resources. Property crimes like burglary often have much lower rates, around 15 to 20%, due to the volume of cases and limited investigative leads. Understanding clearance rates helps evaluate police effectiveness, allocate resources, and identify areas needing improvement in criminal investigation processes. However, it's important to note that clearance rates don't measure conviction rates or case outcomes, only the initial investigative success in identifying suspects. How many U.S. Marshals are there? A. 36, B. 42, C. 94, D. 52-inch. The correct answer is C. 94. There are 94 U.S. Marshals in the United States, with exactly one U.S. Marshal appointed to serve each of the 94 federal judicial districts across the country. This organizational structure ensures that every federal judicial district has dedicated leadership for federal law enforcement activities within that geographic area. Each U.S. Marshal is appointed by the President and confirmed by the Senate for 4-year terms, making these prestigious federal law enforcement leadership positions. The 94 districts correspond to the federal court system's geographical divisions, covering all 50 states, the District of Columbia, and U.S. territories. Each U.S. Marshal oversees a substantial staff of deputy marshals and support personnel who carry out the agency's diverse responsibilities, including fugitive apprehension, prisoner transportation, court security, asset forfeiture, and witness protection operations. This district-based structure allows the U.S. Marshals Service to maintain strong local connections while operating as a unified national law enforcement agency under the Department of Justice. Which federal law enforcement agency is responsible for the Witness Protection Program? A. FBI, B. U.S. Marshals, C. ICE, D. DEA. The correct answer is B. U.S. Marshals. The U.S. Marshals Service operates the Witness Security Program, commonly known as WITSEC, which provides protection and relocation services for witnesses whose testimony is essential to successful prosecution of serious criminal cases. Established in 1970, this program has protected thousands of witnesses and their families from intimidation, retaliation, and potential violence from criminal organizations. The U.S. Marshals provide comprehensive security services, including relocation to safe areas, new identities with supporting documentation, housing assistance, medical care, job placement help, and psychological support. The program typically serves witnesses testifying against organized crime, drug trafficking operations, terrorism cases, and other serious federal crimes where witness safety is paramount. The U.S. Marshals' expertise in fugitive apprehension, court security, and prisoner transportation makes them uniquely qualified to handle witness protection responsibilities. Their success rate is remarkable. No witness who has followed program guidelines has ever been harmed while under U.S. Marshals protection, demonstrating the effectiveness of their comprehensive security approach. Which federal law enforcement agency is responsible for the National Fingerprint Database? A. FBI. B. U.S. Marshals. C. ICE. D. DEA. The correct answer is A. FBI. The Federal Bureau of Investigation maintains and operates the National Fingerprint Database through its Criminal Justice Information Services Division located in Clarksburg, West Virginia. This massive database, officially called the Integrated Automated Fingerprint Identification System, contains millions of fingerprint records from criminal arrests, background checks, and employment screenings. The FBI's fingerprint database serves as the central repository for biometric identification data used by federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies nationwide. When suspects are arrested anywhere in the country, their fingerprints are submitted to this database for comparison against existing records, helping identify repeat offenders and connect crimes across jurisdictions. The system also supports background check processes for employment, security clearances, and licensing requirements. The FBI's role in maintaining this database stems from their broader responsibility for criminal identification services and interstate crime investigation. This centralized approach ensures standardized procedures, maintains data integrity, and provides rapid identification services that support law enforcement operations across all levels of government. Excellent work navigating these Introduction to Law Enforcement DANTES practice questions. You've just explored fundamental concepts that illustrate how law enforcement agencies organize, measure effectiveness, and coordinate specialized functions. These questions represent just a small portion of the comprehensive law enforcement content covered on the actual DSST examination. For complete preparation spanning all major areas, PassYourClass provides detailed study guides packed with practice questions, procedural knowledge, and operational insights to help you understand the complex world of modern law enforcement. Visit PassYourClass.com today to access your Introduction to Law Enforcement DANTES DSST study materials and join our successful student community with that outstanding 98% pass rate. Thanks for exploring law enforcement with us today, and we're confident you'll achieve excellent results on your DANTES examination.